Life is a lot like the ocean, awesome in its beauty, awesome in its destruction. Sitting under the sun, warm and soft, sitting under the rain, rough and wild. Life can be beautiful with love and warmth, capable of elation so strong it can bring you to tears. Yet life can be so cruel, drowning you in your own vessel, turning on you like an enemy pretending to be your friend all along. Life is like the ocean, sand roiling rough like sandpaper underneath all that shines blue and beautiful. We're gonna try to head towards the beach. I'm not even sure if I brought enough film for that. So I got a couple of good pictures, and I used up 2 rolls of film already, so see if I have enough film for the beach or if I even make it to the beach. Welcome back to ABCA. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything on the channel. I don't even know where to start, honestly. I've had a lot to update you all on, and I haven't really known how to do it, and I've been kind of dreading doing this. I even kind of questioned if I should do anything, if I should even update you guys, because if you've been following me on social media or on my website, then you probably already know what's going on. But just in case you haven't, just in case you follow me only on YouTube, I'm going to do a brief update, and then I will get to some pictures and some footage that I shot a year ago. That was the footage that you just saw in the intro. Yeah, I made that video. I was supposed to post that video, and I will tell you what happened, why I did not post that video. Let's get into it. So if you've been following me since the beginning of the channel, you probably already know I have Crohn's disease. I started the channel 5 years ago in 2019 during a flare-up, and ironically I was planning on celebrating the 5-year anniversary last year and doing something special on the channel, but I ended up in a really bad flare-up again and was out of remission in what felt like overnight. My daughter got a stomach bug, and next thing I knew I had it, and when she recovered I realized I was not recovering, and I kind of had an idea that was going to happen, because with Crohn's disease, if you get food poisoning or anything like that, you can set it off, and I just never got better. Before I knew it, in a very short period of time, I was kind of delirious, and I don't want to get into too much detail. Like I said, you can go to my website. There's a lot. I kind of used it as a journal, and I've been posting updates and things like that there. But just to make this brief, I ended up in the hospital. I had severe blood loss, severe malnutrition. I mean, the malnutrition was so bad, it took the curl out of my hair. So that's pretty crazy. I ended up in a wheelchair because I was so malnourished. I couldn't walk. I ended up with neuropathy in my feet, just like in the first time, my first flare-up in 2019. So I couldn't walk. I had to use a wheelchair. My life kind of turned upside down in what felt like overnight. Everything kind of got postponed. All of our plans to travel, to grow our family, for me to post more videos. I had a video, like I said, that I was working on that I'm going to share with you, and all of that obviously was put on the back burner. Then as I tried to recover and they started to put me on my medication, this new medication, Christmas came around, and my brother passed away. So things kind of just kept getting worse. And I made it through the new year, and here I am. Made a lot of progress since starting my new medication. I've been trying to keep up with photography and keep up with my passion so that I have something to keep my mind busy. I just haven't been able to sit down and do this, so I'm glad that I'm doing this right now. So this video that I wanted to share with you guys was the third part to a 3-part series I had been posting. I already posted the first 2 parts last year. Hopefully you guys check them out. It was the street candy film reviews. There was 2 of them, and these were all shot on one day, and it was like a day of film. It was a great day. I was so happy. Me and my family went out, we got food, we enjoyed ourselves. I was gonna just say forget it, I'm just not even gonna post this because it is a year old, but I decided to share it anyway, because it is something that I really enjoyed, and I really enjoyed the photos I got. So this third installment is not street candy film. This is not a review of film. This was just the extra color film that I shot that day. So I guess we'll get right into that part. So first of all, I was given a roll of Lomography's Metropolis film, directly from Lomography. I had contacted them and asked them if I could review at the time, their new Color 92 film. Basically, they told me no, that this film was new and it was reserved for other people. So I ended up buying a roll of the 92 myself, and they sent me a roll of Metropolis to do a review on if I wanted to. So I decided to take these rolls with me on that day that I went out to shoot film. And first I shot the Lomochrome Metropolis film. I have shot this film before and I didn't really like the results, so I wasn't too excited about shooting this film, and I didn't expect much from it, honestly. But my wife and I and our daughter went to Tradition. I shot the roll of Metropolis, and I'm shooting it in the Fuji GF 670, but I'm doing 6x7. So there's not much to take pictures of around here, but I'll try. But it's nice out, and Lainey's having fun. Yeah. What are you doing, ma'am? So then after that day in Tradition, we went to downtown Stewart, which again is another town south of us, and I brought along some more film, and I brought the Color 92 with me and some Kodak Portra. It was a really nice day that day. We parked our car and walked around, and it was just a lot of fun walking there in the town, getting to see different buildings, different types of buildings. We just don't have that here in my town. Everything looks the same. Everything over there by the water is a little bit older and kind of has a Spanish influence to it. So there's a lot of colors and a lot of different designs and buildings. So I had a lot of fun walking there and taking photos there with my family. And I was really excited to come upon this house that I tend to take pictures of. I've taken pictures in the past. It has this big peace sign in the middle of it, and it's just got vines growing all over it. And I was excited to finally get out and take proper photos of it, because I had never been able to do that before. And parked in front of it was an older car, an older truck. And the morning sunlight was just really nice hitting the truck and everything. So I was excited taking those pictures. And then we walked over to that giant tree that I love to photograph. I've heard possibly hundreds of years old. And it's really, really big, and I love taking photos of it. I could spend all day there trying to get different detail shots of it, but I didn't have a lot of time. Lainey was getting cranky, but I did get some cool photos of it and of Lainey as well. You can see she's really young here still. This is because this is over a year ago. At that point, Lainey was getting cranky, like I said, so we got back in the car and ate some lunch, and then decided to drive a little bit more down towards the beach. So I figured the Color 92 film, so I figured it might suit the film if we took it to the beach. And Elena had never been to the beach at this point before, so I was really excited, and so was Kelsey, to bring Lainey there. But when we got there, it was extremely windy, and by the beach it's even worse. When you're by the ocean, the wind was so bad that the sand was just pelting us like little needles. And so we didn't get to sit and kind of enjoy it really. We just showed Lainey, walked a little bit. I took some photos with the Color 92. I had my Mamiya 7 with me, which I shot the Color 92 on, and I had my Leica M6 that I shot the other color photos on. And also, I didn't want to stay too long because obviously with all the sand being pelted at us, that's not good for my camera. So we didn't stay long, just long enough to shoot a couple of photos and for Lainey to get to play with the sand and get some shells. But then we decided to go back to town and get some dinner. But as we went into the car and I unloaded the roll of Color 92, I opened up the back of my Mamiya 7 just to find that I had a fat roll. I had posted this when this happened, and a lot of people, surprisingly, I got a lot of comments and DMs asking me what is a fat roll. It is when the film inside, medium format roll of film, inside your camera, as you're winding on, on the film, it doesn't roll up tight, so it doesn't roll back on the opposite spool tight to keep the light out. So when you open it up, it's just loosely on the take-up spool. So that's why it's called a fat roll. And when it's like that, light will get in and fog your film. So at that point, I was really frustrated because my roll of Metropolis that day in Tradition had also become a fat roll. I shot that in my Fuji GF670 that day. And when I opened the back of my Fuji, that one was a fat roll as well. I don't know what I did wrong with the Lomo film. Some of the feedback that I got from you guys on Instagram was that seems to happen with lomography film, something to do with the spool, I don't know. But I was really frustrated and I figured both rolls were garbage. They probably both were fogged and I wasn't going to have anything to share for all that work. I kind of put the two rolls aside and thought, nah, that's not going to happen. I even let Lomography know what happened and that I was probably not going to be able to review it. That ended up being scrapped. I even almost threw away the film, but I'll get to more on that later. So next we went to back to downtown Stewart and we had some pizza and we had a good time. And so we walked around and we walked up to this guy who was playing his saxophone for tips. So I gave him a tip and he played a song for Elena. And he agreed to let me take his portrait, which I was really happy about. I really liked the way it came out. And then after that, we just took photos around the area and we just enjoyed ourselves. It was a really, really nice day, and I'm glad we did that because I've kind of held on to that memory since then. So then we went home, and like I said before, I put the lomography film aside, and I figured that it was useless, that it was probably ruined from being, exposed to light. And a couple weeks passed, and I decided to just develop it with the other rolls I shot that day. And when they did come out, I thought it confirmed that that they were ruined, because if you look at the film, they were green and they just didn't look right. And I forgot that lomography's film tends to look this way. But then when I scanned it, I was happy to see that there were usable photos. The roll of Color 92 that I used at the beach, as you saw earlier, those pictures weren't too bad. I don't think that it's really a film that I would shoot again. It's not really something I really enjoy the look of, but it does have the pastel colors, and luckily there was no fogging or anything like that, even though I had the fat roll, so I did get usable photos. I was glad that came out. And then the Metropolis, the roll of Metropolis that I shot in Tradition, there was a little bit of fogging around the edge of the film, but again, not deep enough to ruin the photos themselves. And like with the Color 92, Metropolis is not really my kind of style, so I don't think I would shoot another roll of it, but I'm just glad that I did get some usable photographs from that day, and there are a couple here that I really like. So that is the video that I was supposed to post, that I was supposed to share with you guys last year. I hope you enjoyed it. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I hope to get back to some normalcy, maybe. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more to come. I have so many things I want to take videos of. I'm doing this by myself, so it is really difficult, so please have patience with me. But anyway, so as usual, I forgot what my tagline is, but stay motivated and keep shooting. It's a part of it, but still.